Well, welcome back. Now, we're still proceeding with Money and Markets, and we don't take this for granted that you're watching. Now, in the leather industry, Uganda is ranked really among those that are doing fairly well, but that's on the raw side. We're talking about hides and skins, but we've not done much, Shamim, to add value to our hides and skins.
Of course, and our entrepreneur tonight shares her story.
Hello, my name is Isabella Gol. I'm the founder and CEO of Naroho Company Limited. Naroho is a Kiswahili word meaning with character, passion, soul. When I was starting a business, I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, something that I would put all my energies and something that would motivate me to really wake up every morning. Naroho started sometime in 2014. I was expectant with my daughter. I was walking on the streets of Kampala. I saw a leather sandal that I really liked, but at the time, I couldn't spare the money because I was saving for childbirth. So with my background in industrial art and design, I decided to make the sandal. So I bought materials, managed to make 6 pairs of sandals, marketed them to my friends and colleagues at Nasser Road, because at the time I had a small briefcase business, printing for companies. So the sandals sold out. With the proceeds, I continued buying more materials and working from our living room at the time. After about 3 months of production, my partner at the time was not comfortable with me working in the living room. So I decided to move to my sister's outside kitchen since there was a free space there. The production increased from then on, which led me to making 1 leather bag for myself. A friend saw it and they just told me, you know what, how much is the bag? They gave me the money for the bag and gave me a paper bag to put my stuff in. So basically that's how Naroho started. So after about 2 years working in my sister's kitchen, I was able to buy 1 sewing machine. But by then I started getting more orders. That's when I made the decision to make the business formal. I registered the business in 2016. Got a space on Nasser Road, put in my 1 machine, my 1 working table, and I started working off Nasser Road. The brand Naroho really is all about the quality. How we've managed to build a brand, first of all, is through word of mouth. Most of our clients we started with, they would see our products, they like the quality, they buy the product, so they would tell their friend who also needed a leather product, then they'll buy. So to also make our business different and to maintain the quality that we really needed, I had to make the conscious decision to pay it forward by training other women who are or have been in a situation that I was when I started business. So I collaborate with orphanages, other training institutions, like people who are teaching girls tailoring. So we get the girls after, and then we introduce them into leather work. We teach them the ethics of Naroho, which is quality first. They have to take their time while producing the product, but also be mindful of how they're producing product. What has also really helped us in the business, in how we do business, is the aspect of collaboration. 3 years ago, I was able to go to Olibate factory, which was in Ethiopia by then, under the management of Mr. Ferao Kebedi. I had a 1 week's intensive training in shoemaking, but also how they managed to keep their products and their ethics of having a fair trade product. In Uganda, I also collaborate with a lot of colleagues in the same sector. So after COVID, there's really been a challenge of sourcing for raw materials. So what I did, I teamed up with Seco Designs. Since they order in bulk, I was able to also order with them due to the fact that I couldn't order the huge quantities that the factories need us to order. I'm a very ardent and passionate advocate for economic development. So when I started Naroho, I wanted to be economically empowered. And I find that so many young women, young girls, face so many challenges due to their situation that they are not economically empowered. So my major aim with Naroho is to create a company that is empowering young women in a transparent manner, but also really empowering them to be self-reliant, self-sustainable, and make choices in life that push them forward. So we also really set out to work out with companies that are mindful about the planet. I have taken the opportunity and the chance to really look into where our leather comes from. I've visited like 10 tanneries in East Africa and Ethiopia as well, where I've seen the processes that they use for tanning the leather. So we really are mindful to choose leather that is tanned using the least amount of chemicals, and that kind of leather is good for the planet. And we minimize waste in the factory as much as we can. From the onset, Naroho decided we'll target the corporate clients. Due to the effort and the time we put in our products, we felt that these are the right people who would appreciate the time that we give the product and the quality that we're giving the market. So we make products ranging from leather bags, which are in the fashion accessory sector. We've collaborated with people who make furniture, like Mugavu, where they do the wood accents and then we add the leather aspect of the furniture. Corporate clients are one big client we're really targeting this year. So we would like corporates to give meaningful gifts, gifts that last, gifts that when someone gets it, they are actually going to use it for quite some time. Starting out with one machine, one table, in a living room setting, Naroho has grown to have like 5 leatherworking machines right now.
The tough economic times have taught us one thing: how to prepare for the rainy days.
Of course, one message has been affirmed. That is, the tough times will always come.
And obviously tonight, we share on how you can prepare for your evenings.
I'm Tuvazi Andrew, and I come from this place of Kachenche in Ichab Jimbi, sub-county, Bushenyi district. I'm a businessman dealing in different enterprises, but among them is a general merchandise shop. I use the banks to make my savings, to save. That is one. Secondly, the moment I go and make some shopping, I take the records, the capital I have used now, the stock I have injected in. Then, what are the returns? After getting the returns, then I take away the profits. Some profits got savings, then others, they are actually used by the family, and others, they are used to make other enterprises.
Success in business is dependent on different causes, one of it being people, but the other being the business management systems that guide the operations within.
Of course, the era where we sit today is digital-driven. So today we take a look at some of those applications that can help you streamline your business operation.
My name is Jonah Kasinga. I'm a software developer with the company called Mavtech Planet. At Mavtech, basically we specialize in developing apps or real-world solutions, what other people call softwares or systems, and websites. Times have changed today. If we looked at the other traditional way, or the way people would operate in the old times, where, for example, if I have a small pharmacy or a small supermarket or a small shop, every morning I have a book, I open a certain page and keep writing down the stock, the opening stock, I draw another column for the pricings, and each time I sell, I keep writing down. Well, times have changed from that, and the world has fast moved to what we are now calling digital management systems. These systems help elevate such businesses from that level of storing your data in just that book to a digital format. For example, instead of having to write all those records within a book, this time around we are storing the data in an app, so that now you don't have to flip over several pages in order to sum up a total of a day's sales, or maybe to balance off a day. Now we have those apps in place, apps which at the end of the day, with a single click, you're able to balance off the day. You're able to do the stock taking with just a single click. You're also able to check which items are about to run out of stock. When it comes to businesses in the medical sector, something like pharmacies, we have those reminders, something which is a little different from maybe if you're using a book. Here now in an app has the capability to give you a reminder of, for example, certain drugs that are about to get expired or to run out of stock. Then also when it comes to making these management decisions, strategic decisions, an app could help you analyze and tell you which items are being bought most or which ones are being sold most in a given area and in a given period, so that it guides you to know when to restock which kinds of items. Something which wasn't really present in the past when we were totally using the other books to do the counting and to do the storage of info. When it comes to storage, here is the winner. Within an app, you're guaranteed that your data may never get lost at any given time. There is better storage of this data, and also the backup is done in a much more better way as compared to when you have that book and maybe a rodent bites a page off or the book goes missing. When it comes to acquiring these apps, there's a misconception out there that this is totally expensive. This should only apply to businesses that have gone beyond the break-even point and are really too big, or businesses that span over several districts or several cities. No, even with a small kind of shop, you actually need an app. And these apps are not expensive, as a matter of fact. For example, we have some digital solutions on market, something like the MavPost, a product that is done at Mavtech Planet. This is something that is customizable. You sit down with the development team, the software development team, talk to them about the needs in your shop. For example, you're only making sales and you're restocking items. You only need to maintain those and balance off your day. So in this case, an app is customized for you to actually meet exactly what you need, so that the budget actually matches your requirements. Now, when it comes to these apps, usually it's we speak in software language that one size doesn't fit all. That's why today we encourage more of the custom apps. You could sit down with the developer and he does for you something. In software language, we also say a good software or a good app is one that a client can use with ease. For that matter, we put a lot of emphasis on the bit of the client being able to use that app. So that's when something called user-friendliness comes in. For an app to be totally user-friendly, one, we look at the ease with which a given user will adapt to that app, and then also being able to use it. Now, here is where the custom packages come in. For example, most of these packages that we've worked with, we sit down with the client and we engage him in the development process. We're in position to engage him as we are developing it, so that it's down one to cover his needs exactly the way he needs them.
With that, we've come to the end of this week's edition of Money and Market. Thank you for being part of the show.
To the crew behind the camera, thank you for making this production possible.
Now, we'd like to keep the conversation going. So drop us a line on your screen for any questions, comments, or suggestions. I've been your host, Charles Boji.
And I'm Shmim K. Matovu.
Until next time, have a good evening. God bless.